Mother, it was not unusual for her to, when she made rolls, to make 5, 6 dozen big potato rolls. They were absolutely incredibly delicious. Food was simple and plentiful. It was the middle of the Depression. Sometimes we had electricity, sometimes we didn't. When we didn't have that, we had kerosene lamps. And they worked surprisingly well. And if you worked for the Ford Motor Company in the early 30s, you had to have a garden. And I remember we planted, he built roads, put in water, he plowed the land, he fertilized it.
He, Grandpa?
No, Ford Motor Company.
Oh.
And gave you whatever seed you wanted. All you had to do was plant yourself a garden. It was a lot by about 100 by 200 feet long, each lot. And he had people patrolling them so that they were not vandalized at all. But again, that sort of vandalism was a rare thing in those days. We were able to leave my house and walk into the woods. We picked berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, chokecherries, plums, sugar plums, and there were apple trees that grew wild if you could find them. Some people found honey. I never monkeyed with that.
Good move.
Scared of bees. But life was really exceptional. It was simple and happy. And I remember I first knew I was a salesman when we went picking blueberries. We would go up and it would take us quite a while. But we would pick a 2-quart syrup can full of blueberries. Everybody picked 2 of them. Now they come back to town, they're going to sell the berries. And they start down the street. And they go knock on the door and say, "You want some blueberries?" And they'd say no. Well, I got so that I stopped picking berries. I would buy them for 5 cents, older berries, and I would sell them for 10 cents. And it was very simple. I would never ask anybody if they wanted to buy berries.
You'd tell them.
I used to make sure that they were clean. I used to tell these guys, no greenies, no leaves, no mushes, all nice berries. And I'd go up and the woman would answer the door and I'd say, "Look at these." She said, "Oh, those are nice. How much are they?" 10 cents. Look at the size of those things. Here, taste one. Bang of it. That's all. Dora was a character.
Doc Door's father?
Yeah. He lived at the end of the street, and his wife was deaf. But Mr. Dorr had the greatest sense of humor in the world. He was foreman at the plant, and plain solid man. And I remember they used to send me on errands and I remember when they sent me down to get the board stretcher. because there was a piece of wood that was too short for something. And I went down, Mr. Dorr had tools, and everybody bored Mr. Dorr's tools. And I remember he would always caution you to bring them back. Make sure you bring it back when you say you're going to bring it back. I don't care when you tell me you're going to bring it back, but you bring it back at that time. I remember I always did. I would go on my way to do that. When I went to get the board stretcher, Mr. Dorr didn't bat an eye. He said, damn it, I just wanted to... He said, you missed me by an hour. Lent it to this guy. He had checkered paint. He had this, he had that. But the damn board stretcher, he had sky hooks.
Oh, skyhooks. Did he have a left-hand skyhook? Those
He
are
had
really
left-handed
rare.
hammers.
Yeah.
He had left-handed hammers, I remember. There were a number of things they had like that. But I always bid on that stuff.
God, can you imagine these